for those who don't know, Tailscale is... Their sort of sales pitch is it's a VPN, but done properly. As in, you install it on all of your devices, your phone, your laptop, your servers, as
You're
you
running the
may
Raspberry
have
Pi,
them.
you hide somewhere.
And what they do is create a mesh network where all of the devices within what they call the Tailnet can talk to each other securely wherever they may be in the world, including things like if you're on a network with some restrictive firewalls or IP address nonsense, it will try to find a way around it.
A quick example of this is, Emily, you have a computer, quite a beefy computer at home.
Yes.
That you tend to run specific software that you've got licensed and whatnot.
I do, yes.
Yeah, and
I like to remote into it.
You like to remote into
Even
it?
if I'm sat downstairs, I remote into my PC upstairs, particularly
I respect
for
that.
Max MSP. It is
Yeah.
perfect. Like, there's a bit of a delay, but
wow.
it's worth it. You
But-
know,
but
for
an
saves the
For
effort.
comfort.
Well,
yeah.
right, yeah. But an example of, like, say you weren't in that house, you were on a totally different network. Say, hypothetically, my house, right? You wanted
Hypothetically.
and you wanted to remote in to your computer. A good way, so everyone's kind of heard of VNC, and if you haven't, it's remote desktop. Let's not go any further. But what it allows you to do is basically take the Tailscale IP of your PC once Tailscale's installed on it, patch it directly into your VNC connector, and bam, you're on your computer. No port forwarding nonsense, no making sure it's all secure. It's just direct IP, off it goes.
Yes.
And it doesn't, like, all your traffic doesn't go through that. It's only the specific things go to the specific places they need to.
Exactly, yeah. So it's not like you're going to get throttled by all your traffic going through it. It's quite handy.
But as you know, and this is generally called zero trust.
That's a proper industry term for this.
Yes, and now we have a reason for why it's even more zero trust than usual.
Whoa. Well, so the way that Tailscale does authentication is by using either Google, GitHub, or Microsoft accounts and such. And it has what they call either single-user or multi-user tailnets, where a single-user tailnet is just you and your devices, while a multi-user tailnet is intended for either like groups or companies. So like everyone in the company is all part of one tailnet and have access to the company resources that they need to do. Now, for things like corporate Google or Microsoft accounts, deciding which tailnet a user should belong to is fairly easy because you just look at the domain of the corporate account. But for things like if somebody signing in with Gmail, it's a little bit more difficult because, obviously you shouldn't put everyone who has an @gmail.com email in the same tailnet. That would be incredibly silly. No. Everyone who uses Gmail should have a single user tailnet. But you can create a Google account for an email of any domain, not necessarily @gmail.com, which means, in principle, you can sign into Tailscale using that Google account for any domain. And the problem there is that if you have like some other shared email provider, like the example used in the user that most recently uncovered this was a Polish one at posta.pl, that if Tailscale don't know that it's one that anyone can sign up to and they make a Google account on, then other people could join, then they wouldn't know to make that a single-use tailnet. Thus, other people could join your tailnet, which is...
if you just happen to have it with the same...
With the same domain, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really bad.
That's not good.
I believe the phrase you're looking for is not ideal.
I was about to say,
Did we find out whether that was on by default?
Well, what we found out is that it was a feature, but implemented slightly wrong. So
is it a bug or is it a feature?
It was a bug that they were aware of and had plans to fix, but this becoming more public ended up accelerating those plans.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Surely it should have been quite public in the first place.
Well, here's the thing. It's difficult to know whether just any domain is one that anyone can sign up to, or one that, for example, if I own markspodiclubs.me, and if I created a Google account on it, then if somebody else had an account on that, then presumably they'd want to be associated with me somehow. In my case, it's a bit moot because I use Workspace, but anyway, yes. But the classic example being not everyone with a Gmail account should be on the same tailnet.
Yeah.
But it's just coming up with that list in coming up with that list of what's what is really, really difficult. And they've got a few plans on how they're going to sort this out. They're going to proactively flag more shared domains that don't have tailnets established already as ones that should become single user should somebody sign up with them. And then for ones that they think might be a shared domain but they're not certain, they're going to reach out to the admins. Then in future, they're going to mark any new domain coming from Google or Microsoft as shared if it hasn't come from Google Workspace or Microsoft Entra, which are their corporate identity providers, where in order to have an account on it, you need to prove that you control the domain, and presumably you can control who has accounts and who doesn't. It looks scarier than it probably is, in that it's a specific category of users that would have been affected, but if you were one of them, it could be terrifying, in that somebody you don't know just has access to your computer now.